Yo, what up? So, one platform for everything. I talk about it a lot. Switching things around. Obviously, I don't want the name of the company coming out, but here's a platform. Here's a customer that it's the front page, right? So this is what I consider a cloud-based TMS. You could book, track, trace from an operational standpoint. Anything you think of on here, as well as we can, you can look at from an accounting, or from a macro level, from visibility into key cost drivers that are specific to your company. You can pull them on here. So um reporting of any kind, it essentially is what you can get from this. So it just eliminates a lot of manual processes from the front end when you're having to jump on multiple platforms to get a rate, or emailing, to get an update on a tracking, to get a POD, to get the BOL, whatever it may be. And then eliminating stuff on the back end, because you can pull reports on here. You can get consolidated invoices, whether that's PDF, CSV, Excel file, however you want it. It's going to eliminate the process of having to go through every account, every single invoice, waiting for vendors to send you invoices, seeing if it matches up quoted versus billed. There's a lot of stuff that goes involved with that, a lot of manual process on that end too. This platform, again, we can make it to where it's like, okay, operations team gets specifically, this is what they're looking to see, make their username and login, as well as accounting. They want to see, obviously, that they don't really care about shipping, so they want to see specific things as far as what they're doing on the accounting side, right? Invoicing, how are they breaking down and allocating invoices? They want to see it a specific way. Okay, they have this login, and then from an executive level, however, whatever they're looking at when I say key cost drivers or specific metrics or visibility into specific things that they're looking to see, make that a login too, on top of obviously building out reports, and having quarterly or monthly monthly meetings to show that, hey, listen, this is what we discussed, this is what we're looking at. um Everyone's accountable. So just a quick, show you a quick week recap of this. This is the front page, all of their shipments. We can make it mandatory. You'll see POD. We can make it mandatory that every POD, you receive every POD in here. You can go right into and click it, the ones that have it on here, which will take you exactly to the POD, as well as the bill of lading. So I know for a lot of companies on the CPG side that are going into retailers, we have, we run into situations where, a distributor is like, hey, listen, we didn't get your shipment, or something got lost. I just recently had a couple with a customer of mine where it was like, well, here's the POD, let them know, because again, that customer is waiting to wants to get paid, right? And they're telling them that, hey, we didn't get your shipment. Well, you signed off for it. So having proof that, hey, listen, here's the POD, no ifs, ands, or buts. Now my customer gets paid, and obviously that's a win, right? Tracking is a big thing too. Listen, on my end, in my team, it's our job to keep our customers updated and stuff like that. But again, a lot of customers rather just have more control and visibility, where they don't have to reach out to us all the time. They don't want to reach out to us all the time. They can just go in here and click on that, and this is live. This will show them live updates. Obviously this one delivered, but they can go right into their platform, look at the tracking and tracing, and say, okay, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. Oh, it was delivered. So instead of having to, spend more time going out and reaching out to other vendors, hey, where's my shipment, ETA and stuff like that, they can eliminate that and just go right into their platform and do it from there. So, and then obviously from a reporting standpoint, you can see on here, this is like backend stuff. You can see financials. You can go into and pull invoices. You can look at reports. From an LTL standpoint, you could go to carrier scorecard. Shows you, it breaks down the carrier. Shows you exactly, these are just your standard KPIs you're looking for. Sum of weight, average class, cost per pound, but again, we can tailor that specifically on whatever you're looking to see. You can go in, where do we go? Freight spend. You can break it down by mode, last 12 months, break total shipments, cost per shipment, total cost per pound. Again, this is just a little bit deeper. You can pull it. You can download it in a PDF, CSV, Excel file. You get the point. So, and lastly, obviously, the shipping. You can book it. You could book, track, trace, and you still get the multiple diverse profile of carriers. So now instead of, again, your team, if your guys' team is actually booking the shipments, quoting the shipments, not having to go on multiple platforms, you can go right in here and easy as, hey, this is where we could upload your addresses, your products. If you have multiple commodities, different classes, we'll look it up and we'll have that already programmed in here for you. So the less you have to do. And again, you'll end up booking a shipment or you'll get a quote. You can easily get a quote. We'll just do this real quick. Let's go in here. We'll go there. Addresses. There. We'll just go standard pallet. One. We won't even worry about that. We'll just say class 50. Weight 100 pounds. And boom. Adding accessorials. You can click it, but we'll just select carrier. And then it takes you to the next page and it shows you all the rates of our carriers. And again, every client I have, we have specific rates for them. And then on top of that, if they're on like a carrier specific pricing, then it's even more specific. But it shows you a bunch of different carriers that we partner with. And this one, obviously, you could go from this is the lowest cost to trickle down to the highest cost. You can go the carrier with the less claims, quickest delivery, and so forth. Shows you, estimated transit time, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then after you book this, it will take you to the BOL, or it will take you to any type of information you might need to put in. But usually if it's already someone you already shipped to, the information's already loaded, ready to rock. And once you hit book shipment, that is kicked over electronically to our carrier and it's on their board, EDI accepted and dispatched. So yeah, that is GTZ ship. That is, let me get out of here. That is a rundown of it. So if you are currently having to, use from the back end or front end side, if you're currently, your process is going out and using multiple brokers, using different carriers direct, having to, email, jump on platforms to just get a quote and then book, track, trace, ship, all that good stuff. If you want to eliminate that from, the time spent doing that to just one platform, dealing with one platform, but still getting that diverse profile of carriers, reach out to me. You also get to maximize your buying power from an LTL standpoint. So again, look at my other videos. You can go on YouTube. I talk about, the way to get the best pricing in the LTL space. So yeah, you get to maximize your buying power as well as still get the diverse profile of carriers. And then from, the back end side, from accounting, you get to eliminate, all that different invoicing coming to you, having to, say you have to check quoted versus billed, figuring out if they don't match up, figuring out, how to reach out to the vendor. If you even reach out to the vendor, we can eliminate all that mess, tailor specifically reports for your accounting team, and they can get their own username and login when it comes into looking at invoicing, however they want to see it, and, breaking it down for however they want to see it. So, platform's free. I make money off the shipments, meaning anything I mark it up, I make money on it. It's simple as that. So yeah, reach out to me. Contact information is below and we can go from there. Talk to you guys.